in Oregon. I was live on ground.
Well, I
Cool.
Boy. 25, I thought I had. much clearer. Getting live people into it. They really have a good conversation going.
Much better.
Much better scene.
I say forget Benjamin Fulford and his ninjas and listen to the Ocelli.com radio network.
I agree. It's straight to the point.
Straight talk.
And I like that idea.
Ocelli.com. Ocelli.com.
Warning, 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 warning. This is a Menacing Broadcast. Code red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this is 374 or 75. I'm not sure. But here we are. I believe we have a... What? Hello?
Yeah. You're right, Uncle. It is 374, live on the Ocelli Radio Network Friday night, as always. We are taking calls. You may call in tonight. And we do have a guest. The number, if you want to call, 319-527-5016.
And it's called the number, hello, whY, I believe his name is. And
Hello,
you're
Uncle.
on air there, friend. What do we have to talk about?
I don't know.
Well,
Don't you guys have something?
Well, I will start by letting Uncle know that previously in Government Hour, my show, I interviewed whY. We had a very long conversation about strange governmental craziness, and we talked about... You never seen the Zeitgeist films, have you, Uncle? You don't know what Zeitgeist is, do you? Well, anyway, we were talking about crazy stuff.
I don't think so.
And
Basically, the absolute peak of conspiracy content, this kind of stuff.
Oh.
You know, it got as weird as it can possibly get.
Oh.
yeah, so these are all things that I myself am interested in, Uncle. But whY was nice enough to stick around for the Uncle show, and now we're all hanging out. We're just having a good time. So this is like the after show for Government Hour. We're in the green room. Uncle's here, so we're just enjoying ourselves on a nice Friday evening.
Yeah, we can talk about anything you want to talk about. So it's one of those things. We got into some baseball last week,
We did.
and I got chewed out with Mrs. Sidekick. Going, I'm watching a baseball game.
You got in trouble?
The Mets and the Atlanta.
Okay.
Just because it was, I just wanted to hear it. And she says, "Did you know?"
Oh.
What kind of these things are happening? I can't watch the sports shows anymore on this shows. On this stuff that they got set up. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Oh,
It was a problem.
It is a big problem.
Well, we might have been getting charged to watch that game.
Well, yeah. It was something about getting charged.
It's not the old days anymore, Uncle. You don't just turn on the TV and the baseball game's on. Now you might be getting charged.
You know now.
I see what happened. Yeah. Okay.
Now that now we used to do Sunday night baseball. Oh, wow, we get to watch something, and then all of a sudden, not this time. You got to pay.
Yeah.
New era.
Uncle,
What the heck is going on with the baseball and the sport line?
it's not just baseball, Uncle. Everything is now going to, you got to pay us. You got to pay us. You got to pay us. I'm telling you, that's why people like you and me, if we want to check out a baseball game, we better just pull out our old radios, because that's the only way we're going to get it for free is out of the air.
I didn't even hear. I didn't even know. My cousin, tells me to watch the Mets play. Okay, so I figured, well, I'm gonna go watch the Mets play, and then I get shown out. Did you do this? Did you do that? I said, what is going on here? When I talk to him, I'm gonna tell him I can't see a baseball game anymore because of that.
Yeah, if you sign up for the wrong baseball thing, Uncle, that might be $100. I mean,
it was only that one game I wanted to see. And boy,
Yeah,
I'm
but
getting shown out at.
one game, it sounds like one game. You never know what you're committing to and the weird subscriptions. And I will just go to our guest here
Oh,
now.
yeah.
whY? Does this make
Why?
you think of anything? All these weird like online content and
Content
subscription
stuff.
models. You got any opinions on any of this stuff?
Hello?
Are you there? Maybe the audio isn't working there for whY.
What happened?
Chuck, are you there? Well, what's going on here? I'm not sure what happened here.
Cut off the time. What's going on with your
Well,
machine?
I didn't do anything. It's like, hold on. Maybe because we're. Oh wait, I hear you. I hear you, Chuck. Okay, you're back. I'm not sure what.
Yeah,
happened.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes,
Aaron.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Aaron, we were having a whole conversation, me and whY over here, and you're over there talking over us because you can't hear nothing. That's the second time you cut off your. Tell Sidekick to stop cutting off the headphones. There,
Turn
okay?
off the cell phone. I mean, the headphones.
Turn off the headphones.
Well, whatever it's doing here, cut
Oh,
the thing
turn
on.
off
Let
the
her
headphones.
talk.
Okay, it's
For
cut.
Pete's sakes, how can you understand what's going on in this place?
No, not turn off the headphones. Stop turning off the headphones,
Stop
Uncle.
turning off the headphones.
Oh my God.
Okay,
I don't know. I'm getting confused up here.
Okay, whoops.
Okay, so that's where we were, whY, even though the listeners heard us, but Aaron didn't, and neither did Uncle. But here's the thing. We were just talking about this, right, with the subscriptions, and you said something. Go ahead and repeat it.
Oh, I said you should go to a piracy website.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are sharing their streams now, right? And I have a couple of friends who have shared passwords, streams, all kinds of stuff with me, and I'm happy for that. Although nobody's gotten me this Ozzy Osbourne concert that's going to occur in a couple of days. I want to see that, but
Osbourne. now he's in the rock bands.
Or
Here
you
we're talking
should
this
watch
now.
something else.
Listen, I want to see the last performance. I want to see the last performance of Black Sabbath. Yes, indeed, that's my favorite band of all time.
Oh, it
But-
It is like, I mean, I like watching rock concerts that are on YouTube, but like there's so much stuff that's on there already that's just like on YouTube or archive.
Yeah, but this is an all day.
You wanna watch it.
This is an all-day music event. They're charging $30 a pop for you to get the stream, and you could also buy the special T-shirt for another $30.
He's not going to be
That's
good.
total of $60.
He was never good.
Well, see, now to me he was, and Black Sabbath was
Okay.
great, and at least I know Iommi can still play the guitar and Geezer can still play the bass. Now, I don't know what kind of shape Bill Ward's in. He's had a couple of heart attacks, and Ozzy's got the Parkinson's, but still, I want to see the last performance.
Yeah, I understand.
Plus, there's going to be a super group there. Black Label Society's playing. Metallica's playing. There's a lot of bands,
Oh yeah, you were like a rock musician, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
I've worn many hats in my life, sir.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
But anyway, but the thing is, back to this pay-per-view concept, though, and how Uncle got in trouble, right? The thing is, Uncle doesn't realize that you could click on a thing, you want to see one game, but you might wind up signing up for $100. And
For one single game?
well, no, it's not a single.
Out the window here. This is ridiculous.
What they're doing is, Uncle, they draw you in. See, you go there, you want to see one game, right? So you sign up and go, yeah, I want to see that game. And you miss a click or you click on the wrong thing and you bought the whole season.
I didn't click nothing. I just turned the television.
Yeah, but Uncle,
I don't get it.
listen, Uncle, this is similar to you and your online games. You know how you got in trouble with your online games on your phone and your device? You've gotten in lots of trouble with that, right?
Yeah.
It's the same principle going on here. These systems are designed to rip you off and take your money from you. They're designed to do that.
Well,
They're meant to do that
I hope Eddie don't call tonight. I'm going to tell him something. I'm not
Well,
going to
but
watch
hold-
baseball games.
Well,
We
hold
can't
on a
watch
minute.
'em.
Well, hold on a minute. Here's the problem, right? They design these systems, and maybe whY will have something to say about this. They design these systems so that if you have children in the house and they have access to a device, these kids will turn around and sign up for games and TV and whatever else. And if you have any access, if they have any access to your online wallet, you might wind up having to argue with charges for the next year because your 10-year-old got on there and decided he wanted to see Minecraft the movie, okay? And you also might accidentally sign up for stuff and not realize now you got a subscription and you've got a hard time trying to cancel it. These systems are designed to be this way. This is why there's a whole new business out there of like, look, we'll get together all your subscriptions you forgot you had. I don't know how people forget about their money. I lose $1, I realize it, but other people apparently don't. Oh, you had 20 subscriptions. Oh my God, I didn't know I had that. This guy's paying $250 a month, they show on these commercials. And I'm like, how do you not notice $250 a month out of you? I mean, what kind of money do you have, Chief? Because if you have it, maybe you don't need to worry about it. I don't know.
Oh,
But
boy.
just find this stuff this way. Why don't they? I mean, help me.
Why?
What about it? I don't know. It's just obviously they make money doing that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it's just like everything else. If they get you to sign up and they give you a hard time trying to get rid of it, then a lot of people will give up and just say, well, maybe I'll enjoy it, or maybe I'll just hang with it, or they forget about it. And that's that, because, this is the way the system runs.
Boy, if they're going to have a trouble like that, I got to say, good luck football season. They're going to have a problem. My sister would have a problem with it.
Well,
and everybody else, yes.
Well,
Don't
listen,
say no. Yes. This all comes down to what we're having a discussion about baseball. So it's all about football's into it too. So that would be a perfect example of what I'm trying to explain here.
It's true.
Well, like, for instance, you're going to need to go to Netflix to watch the Super Bowl now, right?
No.
Just like you got to go there because I know you love your wrestling too. You can't watch Monday Night Raw unless you have Netflix now. Okay, I'm just but okay, so you have Netflix, but you better figure out which sports are on the Netflix that you're already paying for. Because that's the other funny thing is that people are paying for 4 subscriptions. They don't even need them.
Yeah, we've had Ruckus in the chat here over at Twitch, and he's joking about having to get a subscription to cancel subscriptions. That's definitely funny, yeah.
No, it's true, though.
Yeah,
you know what he's talking about? That Rocket Money and a couple other apps out there that you actually do. You get a subscription to cancel your subscriptions.
Yes.
At this point. I mean,
this is crazy, man.
This is the way the technocracy continues their revenue stream, doesn't it? Why?
On a very small degree, perhaps.
Okay.
We're talking about
I'm thinking
the media, the entertainment media.
That's
only talking about the entertainment media.
That's it.
What I don't like is I have Amazon Music. Do any of you guys have Amazon Music?
Not
Or
that
like
one,
One
no.
Music?
We have Apple Music, which is comparable, but no, not Amazon. What's going on with that?
But eventually, everything boils down to 5 controlling families. And notice that, that control all the media. Like right now, telecom companies are combining with the entertainment companies, or combining with the broadcasters, or combining. Eventually, you're just going to have, here's your media entity. Mm-hmm. And that's it. You either subscribe to them or you don't.
Well, what's interesting is that's what Elon Musk is trying and wanting to do with X.
So,
he'd like to do
here.
that.
Okay, this is the explanation, okay? At least that relates to some of the conspiracy technocracy stuff. The interesting thing is that I don't know how much, if there's like an account of like whether the media is actually more or less profitable than it used to be. But there was kind of a crisis for media when the internet streaming and everything started. And so, obviously the stuff that you guys are talking about is their way to recoup the money that they lost because people were pirating stuff, or they were just not watching it. They were just going on the internet instead. But a lot of this political stuff, I think, has to do with content creators who can't make money on any old kind of media job, like whether they could be like working for like a local newspaper or something. Instead, they have to make like the most exploitative conspiracy content possible, and that has something to do with it. And that also has stuff to do with like this whole new subscription model that they're trying to use, and like crowdsourcing, like Patreon.
And you're on Medium, and everybody and their mother is on Substack, right? So, I mean, here we go. Everybody monetizes. Yes or no?
I don't monetize, but that's because I have no intention of like being like a content creator. But look at something like any of these crowdfunding platforms where you can fund content creators. There is nothing stopping anybody from just funding the absolute most divisive and like basically trolls. I think that absolutely happened, and that's even similar to like this whole like Bitcoin or like Russian Bitcoin or whatever allegations, but just regular US dollars on Patreon. They can fund whoever's producing the narrative that they want, whether that's the actual, like, supposed to be like whichever side of like the controlled like opposition stuff it's supposed to be, but the actual content creator doesn't even have to know about it. They can be getting funded because they're disruptive and they won't even know about it.
There you go. They won't
To
even
use
know
those
about it. Yeah.
engagement and payments like that in order to actually condition content creators to produce the kind of content that they want to use for this whole like info war, like culture war stuff.
We're getting deep here, Uncle. You following all this?
Yeah, now we're getting too deep.
Yeah.
That's not a problem, though. I mean, Uncle, we're making content. It's true. We are making online content. It's crazy out there. We need to know what we're getting into here.
Forget
So
watching.
if you guys
don't
don't get like money, it's because you're actually not being you're not in the culture war enough.
Got it.
If you were, then you start making money.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, Uncle. It's
Are we in the war? We're just having a little side thing, talking about a talk show, and
we are.
and
We
what
are.
he's doing.
We are.
But how did it get to this?
I don't know.
That's one answering point.
One-
How did it get to
Culture
that?
wars.
One thing leads to another.
Baseball to culture wars. It's my fault, Uncle. Listen, you got two callers, though, so I don't know if you want to get to them.
Oh, okay.
We have to take them.
I will take them.
So we'll go to the first one, I guess.
First
right
one,
away.
let's see who it is.
Yeah. Let's see.
Hold
who's
on, then.
I bet you can guess, Uncle.
It's probably Jimmy.
All right, let's find out.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hello,
There-
Uncle. How you doing?
Wait a minute. Hang on.
Wait.
There is
Hold up.
Jimmy.
Well,
Wait a minute. That wasn't me.
Oh, this is you now.
that wasn't you, but this is you. Okay.
So I thought that was Jimmy. No, that one was. But I don't know who the next
one
one
was Jimmy, and then the other was not Jimmy. It was
I don't know who that one was. He's saying, hello,
Yeah.
Uncle. I don't know who it was.
Jimmy and not Jimmy.
Nitro.
My cursor slid over because that's the count waiting up next.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
that was a
We'll go to the
count
count
up
in
there.
mere moments, but we
Yeah,
got Jimmy.
moment.
Why don't Jimmy? Do you have any questions for, or do you want to say anything to our guest? whY?
Yeah, why? Yeah. We gotta guess you.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hello.
Jimmy.
I do have a question for why. But
Go
first,
ahead.
I should congratulate Uncle because your Dodger there broke Willie Mays' stupid record. Way to go.
Dodgers. Who's what?
Broke Willie Mays' record?
That one. Oh, I never heard of that. But how are you? Now, just a moment. How are you watching the baseball?
Oh God,
Here we go again with the baseball.
the problem with just watching it. That's our problem.
Hey, never mind.
Can't do it. We can't watch Jimmy. We can't. So we're
Jimmy?
not up on these things. We can't do it.
Jimmy, we just can't watch baseball, period. What's that?
I get what the problem is. The problem is they purposely freeze out so-called local markets and make you try to pay money.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they do.
That makes sense.
You now have two callers behind Jimmy, by the way,
Oh,
just to let you.
dang. Okay, well,
Okay,
with that in
let's
mind,
get
why don't we
more-
go directly, Jimmy? You said you wanted to ask why something. Why don't you just go ahead and do that right
Go
quick?
ahead and tell why what you want to say. And then I'll have to go to the next two.
Well, you know what? Maybe we'll get back. You go ahead and bring out next caller. I'm cool.
Okay, Jimmy. Hang on.
Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. I'll
Pupper
get you
up.
back.
Shout out to Jersey, as always. Count Pupper.
Pop up. Pop
Hey,
up.
how you doing?
Okay. What's up with you?
We're talking about these subscriptions. I thought I'd explain what happened to me yesterday is that I use NordVPN, right?
Mhm.
I was retired, anything I want. And I was getting for like a month email saying, oh, it's going to renew at the end of this month, at the end of June. Like, this is fine. Expecting this. I was expecting to be $60. I get the email yesterday, $150. And I immediately got onto their tech support and like had to deal with getting my refund. which I don't think still has gone through yet.
So you're out of the program too about watching baseball, right there.
No, I have Hulu, so I can see some of the games.
There you go.
I don't
But
know.
I won't be able to pirate as many
I can't see any.
things as I used to, like movies, like the newest Hollywood movies.
I sure hope it's Ed on the next line, because we're gonna have a big conversation.
Yeah. I know that the folks,
It's gotta be Eddie.
the folks in the chat over at YouTube are like, this government talk is getting to be too much. They want to talk about squirrels and pomegranates is what they want to be talking about.
Pomegranate.
That's what the
Squirrels
chat.
and pomegranate. Where did this come from? Here we having a conversation about baseball, and now we got that going.
I'm just relaying what they're saying at YouTube. Creative accidents and ruckus.
It's all a cult.
What?
Uh-oh.
It's a cult?
Pomegranates are inherently a cult. A cult.
Oh,
They're occult.
oh,
Cool. What is it
nefarious, Uncle. This is very nefarious. Very quickly. But what do you think? Should we go to caller 3? I think we have yet a third call.
All right, let's get the 3. Hold on there.
We need to
Puffer.
do it.
Let's see who this is.
And it looks like we have one of our international calls. And by the way, we have, let's see, real quick, wait, before I bring the caller on, we have Germany, Canada, UK, and all across the United States in many different places, mostly on Apple devices, apparently.
Yeah, cover that.
So that's the way the Ocelli stream looks, and it's pretty healthy tonight, just so you know.
Yeah, they're
But-
coming back. See that? See
Anyway, here's somebody not in the U.S. calling you now.
Okay, cool.
There you go. I bet it's
Hello, this is not Jimmy James.
Oh, man, it's not.
not Jimmy
You
James.
following this, Uncle? This is not Jimmy James. You got that?
I got that one.
Okay. Hello, not Jimmy.
All right.
This is
Who is it?
this is Billy Mays calling from beyond the grave. Did I just hear the Dodgers beat my record for selling OxyClean?
I think so. I believe so. I believe that's what it was. Here we're having a conversation about baseball. Might as well go into baseball.
Uncle,
for
this
Pete's
is
sakes.
this is not Willie Mays. This is Billy Mays.
There's no such thing
It's
as
not Willie. It's Billy. It's a different one. It's a different Mays.
maybe they have brothers.
I guess.
Yeah, but
This is Billy Mays of OxyClean fame.
oh no.
Oh,
I died in 2009, but I'm coming back.
How's that?
oh wow.
Funny.
He's even better than L. Ron Hubbard. Do you have a mansion waiting for you too out in San Jacinto?
Yeah,
Just
something
like L. Ron
to-
Hubbard does.
Yeah, like Muffin does.
I am calling from the mansion of heaven.
Oh. Many.
Nah, this is getting. This is
Let me
getting
tell you
serious.
about pomegranates.
I told you outside,
Hey, that's it.
from outside the country. See?
Heaven. That's definitely outside.
Pomegranates. The pomegranate industry is dominated by the Resnick family, which are demonic water thieves.
Yeah. I know about them.
Pomegranates.
Yeah, they're evil. They control the agriculture business up in Northern California.
know-
It's true, Uncle. It's
You
true.
know we have a guest on.
I thought the only
private
more,
thought.
I thought the only thing more evil than that was almonds.
Yeah, well, they control that too. It's the
They
same family.
also control the almond industry.
Oh,
Oh,
double down.
sheesh.
Okay.
They're
The
terrible.
Resnicks also support war with Iran because they control the pistachio industry, and Iran produces more flavorful pistachios.
Oh no, we're back to that war thing.
It's water wars in California tied directly to Iran. Uncle, did you know that?
No idea.
Hello,
Yeah, hello.
Hello, not Jimmy.
Canada boy.
Oh,
I think I was just possessed.
Hey, wait a minute. That's Canada boy.
is it?
Like, stop playing your fooling games. We're
was just-
trying.
I think I was just possessed by the spirit of Billy Mays.
Oh, I'm dying. I thought this guy was filling maze, and now this is the guy from Northern.
Well, I was.
You know, that once happened to a South
listen,
Park
I was
character.
just cleaning. I was just cleaning my stuff with OxyClean, and then all of a sudden I was possessed.
Yeah, no.
I hate it when that happens. Robin, do you have a question for our guest? Why?
Yeah, you got a question for why? We've got.
I just forgot what day it was and tuned in late, so I don't know who why is. I don't know. That sounds kind of cryptic.
It is cryptic. Yeah, I'll tell you, Robin, when you go to listen to the episode of The Age of Transitions from tonight, you're going to be very pleased, and you're going to love it. I'll say that much for it. It was a great show. And why was a guest?
And why was the guest? And
so can I ask?
Hello.
Why?
Right.
Why?
Yeah, that's the thing. Aaron started calling me that, so ask him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because my screen name.
Is this Yeezy?
Me? Oh, no.
I don't think you're Kanye. No.
Who's K-Line?
Thank
Oh,
God,
not
no.
Kanye. Okay. All right. Why? Here's a question. Let's see. Uncle related question. Have you visited any sword shops lately?
Oh no, I'm going to the sword.
No. I don't know if they have those anymore.
Oh, but they do.
Oh, hold on. There's another.
But we got another caller. Let's go to the new caller.
Wait a minute. Who is
We
this?
gotta get back to the sword shop later. We'll cover
You're
that
on
soon.
the air with the Uncle Man. Who's this on air?
Well, Uncle, if I hear another word about squirrels eating the damned pomegranates, I'm going to send a plague on you guys that will make the frog plague in Egypt look like a little few ants in the kitchen.
Don't yell at me about it. Tell
Understand what I'm
Sidekick.
saying?
Sidekick's talk. He's the one that said that.
Huh?
Yell at him, not me. I'm talking about
Yeah,
your
yeah,
favorite baseball games that we cannot repeat, not see. So
That's another problem.
that's another problem I'm having.
We're not having a good night, Ed. It's a bad night.
Subscribe to MLB TV. We'll get it's like 150 or 170 bucks a year. You can watch any and every game that you want.
That you gotta ask the bill people in this house, though.
GoFundMe page if you can't afford it. We'll get it to, an Uncle MLB TV GoFundMe page. You can literally watch any and every game of any
You
team.
gotta ask the bill people in this house, though. You gotta ask the bill people.
It becomes a
And
bill
that's
issue.
Mrs. Sidekick. You gotta ask her.
Yeah.
His wife.
The money.
Because I'm going crazy. I just wanted to see one simple game and I'm getting charged. That's stupid, man. Stupid. Yeah. Eddie?
Yeah, I think that if I don't subscribe to MLB TV because I don't have TV and I have my little device, but mostly I'm at work or I'm sitting on a porch and I'm listening to the game and maybe reading or writing while I listen. But so I subscribe for the one where I just can listen to the radio broadcasts from the games. But MLB TV, for what it costs, if I was into the more visual thing, it's really not a bad deal you can watch all the baseball games from any team, your own team and any other team you want for like 100 and for the whole season at the beginning. I think it's like 160 or 70 bucks now, but
Yeah,
it isn't bad for the whole 6 months to 8 to 7 month season.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you wanted to get radio from all the games all across the country, didn't Sirius Satellite Radio offer that, like, pretty cheap? Or along with the subscription or something at one point, or no?
I don't know, but it's $30 a year from MLB.
Well, that ain't bad.
Any and every radio game.
That ain't bad at all.
Postseason, regular season. That's what I subscribe to. And it only went up to 30 a couple of years ago. It was been $20 all along. I mean, it's like really not a bad deal as far as media stuff goes today.
Yeah, nothing's $20 or $30 anymore.
Yeah, so now we've devolved into that we have to buy something. I can't believe we've come to this point, Ed.
I want to switch over and listen to a close game, that a competing team. I can switch over and listen to that later. But yeah, you can listen to any whatever you want. on the radio, and there's no blackouts on the radio deal. There are some on the TV deal, unfortunately.
Right. And I bought that baseball game we were talking about in the chat room. By the way, I bought that thing for $6 on sale, and I haven't spent a penny on it since. But people can do in-game purchases. It's but that's another thing.
Oh yeah, you can. I didn't know how to buy single game purchases, but yeah, that's pretty cool if you wanted to just see one game. You know.
But I was just saying that game that I was describing to you with the players and the cards and stuff.
Oh, that game. Yeah, that sounds pretty far out. Yeah.
Yeah, I only played, but I paid $6 for it, and then but other people sink hundreds of dollars into this thing. I don't.
Are you talking about Magic the Gathering, the online game?
I believe it.
No, a baseball game. It's literally. Okay. That's why it's related to this topic, because we were going back and forth. I was describing to him something about a baseball game because he mentioned Shohei Ohtani and this and that, and I said, "Yeah, I'm getting sick of seeing the guy because every single team, no matter where it's from, has drafted Shohei Ohtani on their team." And I'm like,
question to ask yourself: how long will he stay on it? That's what you should ask yourself.
He signed kind of a long-term contract, I thought, with the Dodgers. Is that what we're talking about? Ohtani?
He's like, isn't he like the highest paid baseball player ever?
Yeah, he's like 10-year contract, so he's got 8 more years.
Yeah, he's not leaving L.A. No. No, that ain't happening. But why did I hear you say something there? Did you got something to say on this?
No.
No. Actually, Ed, do you know that my guest from the previous hour, whY, is on the line, and do you have a question for him?
Yeah, I thought we got a guest.
Hello.
I know he is, and I heard most of it, but I really don't have a question right now, though. But I thought it was an interesting. I heard most of it. I had to do some things in between, but yeah, I was definitely look forward to him being on again if you guys do it again.
Right. I'm cutting my mic, Aaron, but just let me know what you want me to do, because we got like 3 other callers on the line still hanging, and you just let me know what you want. Okay?
Oh yeah, switch back and forth. Uncle, is there anybody? Do we have to go back to Jimmy? Do we have to go back to Pupper to see what they have to say about this? What do you think?
Yeah, let's ask them what do they think about it, and go from there.
Okay, do we want to start with Jimmy? Do you want to start with Jimmy and ask him what he thinks of this?
Yeah, go to Jimmy and then Pupper.
What do you think, Jimmy? What do you think of this?
Jimmy's gone, but we can go back to Pupper right away if you want.
Yeah,
let's go to Pupper and ask him what he thinks.
What do you think?
Hello. If you have an Alexa device, you can remember you can just tell her to play a radio station. So if you know the radio station your baseball game is on, she'll play it for you. Just keep that in mind.
I do like that suggestion.
Well,
I like that, Pupper. Thank you.
But that's still listening.
Yeah, but you're not paying a bunch of money at that point. We're trying to not get charged just for like doing stuff that we want to do.
Oh.
Yeah, this is how you don't pay any money to it, but you can at least listen to it, right? Jimmy's back on the line, by the way.
Oh,
okay, Jimmy, what do you think about this? Hold on now.
Go, Jimmy?
Yes. I only heard half the question.
Oh, sorry. He had just.
I heard unmuted.
Yeah, sorry about that. What do you think about this whole thing with the problem with broadcasting and subscriptions and all this mess? What do you think?
Well, I think that deal that Ed was talking about, where it's $30, that'd be fine for me, because I listen to everything anymore. I haven't turned on my TV in 4 years. Everything I listen to pretty much is podcast or live streamed. So, and honestly,
that's a way to go.
I don't pay for squat. I very rarely pay for squat, and I usually don't have a whole lot of trouble finding something. I don't know. I'm not big on, what, that's something else weird. Maybe it's because I've hit that age where I'm old, where I can't stand watching movies. I can't stand TV shows. They're fake. It's annoying, boring.
Right.
I'm like literally at the stage somehow now where the Weather Channel and the news is about the only thing I'll listen to in the background from people. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, no. If it wasn't for these guys lately, I wouldn't have even gotten back into baseball really at all. Even like looking at it or listening to it, or for years I didn't. But anyway, we can go back around to yet another caller, and then get back around to Ed after that.
Okay, let's see who he is.
Yeah, let's go to other caller.
Other caller now.
Other not Jimmy. This is other not Jimmy.
Yeah, boy. Let's see. Who do I have?
Hello.
There he is.
Hello, other
All
caller.
right. Other caller can speak.
I would concur with Jimmy that all modern media is propaganda and not worth consuming for the most part.
Baseball.
Outside, talk to the squirrels, touch grass. Oh, baseball is Masonic.
Baseball
for sure.
is
You can get
propaganda.
some weird shit going on there.
Oh, why? What are you saying about baseball? What do you got to say about this?
What do you
Baseball
guys
is Masonic?
Yeah, who invented that? Because I don't understand the appeal of it. That's why I'm not saying anything because I don't watch it. But it does seem like a strange thing to do. Even.
Well, I know that Ed, you know a bit about the esoteric side of it.
Yeah, he knows more about it. Ed knows more about it than any of us.
I know he does.
Yeah, so.
Are you there, Ed? Can you
Ed?
speak to it?
I'll bring Ed on. He could probably tell you about Abner Doubleday and the invention of the game. Go ahead.
You might be more interested in some of the esoteric elements of baseball because there are many. I mean, it's clearly had Freemasonic influence in the inventing of the game at all. I mean, just if you take the Freemasonic symbol and turn it upside down and open the calipers, you're looking at a baseball field.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it really does.
More of a thinking person's game. It shouldn't even be categorized with the games that are played on rectangles with goals at each end. In my opinion, it's in a whole other level.
Yeah,
it is interesting how they run around the thing instead of like the goals, like in the other games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a whole different format.
Just numerology, and it's an amazingly esoteric game, and the origins of it are not really known. All of the Elysian Fields thing is not necessarily really accurate. It's really it's kind of like a lot of things, weird things in life that the beginnings of them aren't really nailed down, and and there's just a lot of obvious esoteric elements to it. To anybody that's a little bit.
Another thing that's interesting is like the whole baseball statistics thing. Like even I guess before there was computers and stuff, but like people who would be obsessed with baseball statistics.
Oh yeah, definitely. It goes back, quite a ways with that. Like I say, it's a different level game from the other major team sports altogether, in my opinion.
Hey, Ed, did you ever have... Let me come down to these days when you're going to a baseball game, had a hamburger, a hot dog, and a soda pop. Boy, that's a long way from time to do that. Can't even do that.
It's a food court now. The main... the
baseball and a hot dog.
Amazing food court, yeah.
You know how that goes? Hamburger and go to the hot dog and have a hot dog and a drink. How does that go?
Take me out to the ball game. Is that what you're saying? Buy me peanuts and Cracker Jacks?
Yeah, that stuff.
That song?
That song I was thinking
we're
of.
referencing Take Me Out to the Ball Game
song
lyrics.
The ball game.
Yeah, man, there's good food at the ballpark now. It's not just hot dogs and Cracker Jacks, it's a lot of good food out there. People, I don't like it because it's a constant noise and a big screen. I don't need all of that, but I'm grateful for the better array of food. And I don't go to that many games as I used to, but when I go, it's enjoyable to know you can get just about any kind of food you want out there nowadays.
Yeah. There you have it. It's a regular smorgasbord when you go to the baseball game, Uncle, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's the same thing in a football contest game. It's the same thing. But the difference is they have beer.
Oh, they gotta have beer.
We got a beer.
With that in mind, why do you drink at all? Do you drink any alcoholic beverages ever?
No, I had that in mind.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
I should have, if I had thought of it, and if you come back on the show and you want to do the Uncle Show again, maybe we'll plan on doing a beer review, because we like to do beer reviews on the show where we drink one throughout the show and we rate it 1 to 10 at the end.
Yeah, we
can
do that.
tonight,
we can do that.
We do like to do that.
We do that when he gets a decent, good beer.
Yeah, because we don't have one tonight either, Uncle. Sometimes we do, but not tonight.
We don't have any. We tasted almost everything that came in.
We gotta get a new
but,
one.
I mean, but he has when it goes out, put on the show thing for the payment, and we'll have the beer for that.
Exactly.
That's what you're doing, right?
Yeah. Do you ever do that? Why do you ever drink a beer at home and then you just have to rate it 1 to 10?
Review it? No.
You don't?
Well, we're gonna do that once when you come back on.
Yeah,
if you come back
on, maybe we'll
do one
plan
of those.
On that. Maybe.
And there's another thing. If you also would like to build my new revolution, I go through for the whole country before it ends.
New Year's Eve, we do a special show.
Revolution.
We do a special show on New Year's Eve.
A special show. He's not on. His show's off.
I'm not.
It's just my show. Just letting you know if you would like that too. And then we really get into some drinking.
You know what's interesting is that you're talking about the esoteric nature of the baseball game. I just want to point something out. When I was growing up, I was taught the Abner Doubleday myth about him creating the game of baseball. And that was the official history as I remember it. But nowadays, not so much. And there's a guy named Alexander Cartwright that started the Knickerbocker Baseball Club that is credited with most of the modern rules, but it's generally accepted by most historians, apparently, that the game sort of evolved. And the American version of it was shaped by Alexander Cartwright. So it's a very odd sort of history to that game. But I don't see the Masons all over it, except in the case of Doubleday, who might have been. But then again, that was the finding of a guy named Spalding, who, do any of these names sound familiar to you baseball people? Spalding, who was a star player and had a commission in 1907 that sort of declared that Abner Doubleday invented the game because he was a Civil War hero. But not true, apparently. Anyway, just interesting that this has sort of evolved over the years. But I don't know what the real origin is. Seems to have evolved out of many bat and ball games from previous centuries.
Yeah. Well, we're not allowed to know the actual histories.
For sure.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy how these legends surround everything that in our world? It's just like all these weird ideas, and it's always nebulous. Or it seems to be more often than not. I mean, with something as simple as baseball, you'd think there'd be clear-cut stories like, oh yeah, back in 1852, Johnny Appleseed and Oswald Patton picked up a stick and hit an apple in the backyard, and that was how the first baseball game went. But no, we don't know. Sorry.
But just compare the baseball field with the Masonic symbol of the compass and the square, and you can't miss. Just turn it upside down. You can't miss the likeness. It's the same symbol. The infield of a ballpark is that Masonic.
Eddie, did you see that movie with Gus Costler and the
Field of Dreams?
Field of Dreams,
right?
Oh yeah, what a great movie.
That was
even a really good book, and the movie did really well. As far as containing the book, I think, but the book has some differences. But of course, that's a great movie. I think, for as movies go.
Yeah, there we go. Now, Uncle.
You like that one, Uncle?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Do you like that movie? No, go ahead, Uncle. You like it?
You
brought it
up.
What
going ahead?
What about Field of Dreams?
Field of Dreams was very interesting to me. Got all these players that came in out of nowhere, and they all showed up having a little game of baseball.
That author,
that was pretty good.
His book was made into that movie. He wrote a book, It wasn't. Oh, I can't think of the name of the book. Oh, Shoeless Joe. I think the book was just called Shoeless Joe. But he's written a lot of books about baseball, and he recognizes the the nature of baseball. He's really. I can't think of his first name, but Kinsella is his last name. Really good author. He's a Canadian guy who has written some sort of magical realism books about baseball, and I'd recommend him to anybody who's interested in such a thing.
And Shoeless Joe also welcomed. Shoeless Joe was also recently. Shoeless Joe was also recently welcomed back into baseball along with Pete Rose, right?
I didn't know Pete Rose got welcomed back in. I did hear some rumor that maybe Shoeless Joe was going to be grandfathered back in somehow, though, recently.
Well, I'll double check it, but I'm pretty sure
I think they still got a hard on Pete Rose, last I heard, but I don't know.
And then he get in trouble. Pete Rose got in trouble.
Yes.
That's why he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Well, yeah, it's
I believe that was what, wasn't it?
Didn't they just posthumously let him in? Is that the? That was
I don't know how that happened. In the past.
According to ESPN.com, Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson among players reinstated by MLB. In historic sweeping decision, baseball commissioner
good news then.
Rob
I think
Manfred
that's right.
on Tuesday removed Pete Rose, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and other deceased players from Major League Baseball's permanently ineligible list. So just want to let you know that was from an article published on May 13. Okay?
There we go. It's official then.
Baby step towards doing what's right, I think.
I agree, but yeah.
Well, there you have it. Now, Uncle, we have so many callers.
All right, let's start the shout-outs.
We might want to start
All
shout-outs.
right, first, the guest.
No. We can
do him last.
We'll work our way back to the guest, I
we'll
think.
go back.
It
was who?
The first caller.
I forget who this stuff was after all he's talking.
I think it was Jimmy was the first caller.
Okay.
Jimmy?
Well, we'll start with Ed, who's on the line already.
Okay,
and then
works.
as we go.
All right.
Perfect.
Go ahead.
Who you got tonight for shout-out, Ed?
Who do you got? Shout-out.
Hey, well, shoot, I haven't thought about it, but I've only mentioned it to Jimmy and Chuck, but my wife of 36 years passed away back in May. And I want to shout out to you guys because while I haven't been really participating in the chat or calling or anything, I've been listening because you guys kind of uplift my spirits in spite of the shadow of death I've been in. And shout out to all you guys, man, because I've been listening on Fridays even if I haven't been active in chat or anything. And much love to all of you guys.
Yeah, Ed, I wasn't even going to mention that because I didn't know where you were at with it, but you know, we're with you, and
it's hard to be able to talk, normal.
I know, but you're a friend. You're a friend, and I'm really sorry to have heard that, and I'm sure I share exactly the same thing with everybody who's on the line here. We definitely feel for you, and we're glad that you're still with us. How about that?
Yeah, I'm grateful to be with you guys because I don't really have friends or anything much like that around here, and I never believed in. I always scoffed at the idea of online community and stuff, but I find that I actually am a part of one, such as they are, and it's with you guys and with the Rated why folks too. That's about it for me.
Right, and creative accidents. Creative accidents. Just posted in the chat room. Love you, Ed. Okay.
Yeah, much appreciation. Yeah.
Well,
thanks, Ed.
Yeah, thank you, Ed. I was not aware of that, and
I didn't know that was happening.
I did not know. So
I had no idea that happened.
Yeah. Well, Ed, we're glad to have you here. Condolences to you, and it's really great to always have you here, man. So thank you. And
you guys are the best thing online.
And
I can say that confidently from my perspective.
Any uplift that we can contribute to, we're more than happy to, especially because we know you're a good guy. You've been around quite a while. And, man, I wish I lived closer to you. I'd come hang out with you on the porch with the squirrels, bro.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to have you, man. Well, maybe one day I'll take a road trip out there if I can ever retire.
Well, either meet me in you could meet me in Texas for a weekend. You can meet me in Texas for a weekend, or you know what? If you ever show up in Georgia, you definitely got a place to crash. I mean, you got to put up with a bunch of little doggies, but okay.
Hey, I might wind up taking one home. You never know, man.
There you go.
You wouldn't mind taking one.
All right, Ed.
Jimmy,
well, we'll talk to you soon. I really hope so. Take care.
Absolutely, Ed.
Take care.
Head up, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. No.
we could go to Jimmy James next, or we could go to Count Pupper. That's who I've got. Let's see. I might have. Nope. I've got Jimmy James and Count Pupper.
Okay, let's go to Jimmy, I suppose.
Jimmy,
shout out next.
Shout out to him, man.
There you go.
No, yeah, Ed, hopefully, we got to get you to go to Dallas. That's a good idea.
I would love to meet Ed in Dallas. That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Well, good show and everything. Shout out to the Macon, Georgia cocaine bear. Covering next week.
My neighbor. Yeah.
I am fascinated by the story and need the details, Chuck.
All right. I will get on it by next week for you, Jimmy, and see what I can dig up. Okay. If I can dig up anything unique, you will have it.
All right. Well, thank you, Jimmy.
All unique. I mean, I've heard the term cocaine bear, but I just thought it was like a meme. I didn't know he was a real bear.
No, it was a real thing, and they made a movie out of it like 2 years ago, I think. And
I remember that. Yeah, I do remember Cocaine Bear. Yeah.
But it was a real thing where they dropped cocaine in the woods, and a bear got a hold of it, ate some, and went crazy. Yeah, that happened.
An animal.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of cocaine, too. It wasn't a little bit of cocaine. A lot of cocaine. Like, he ate kilos of cocaine, this bear.
Oh, boy.
Thought it was a cereal box or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Got
thought
hungry.
it was something like that.
Who got some honey that day? Anyway, thanks, Jimmy.
Yeah, take care, Jimmy. We'll talk to you soon, too.
And that just Count Pupper before we get to your guest. So here's Count Pupper.
Hey, Pepper. Go up.
Hey, yeah, I just want to give my condolences to Ed, too. And I hope everyone has a safe and happy 4th of July next week.
4th of July already?
Thank you, Pupper. It's great to talk to you as always, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah, take care.
Yep.
You.
All right, and then do we still have Robin, Chuck? Is he still here?
No, everybody else is gone except your guest now,
Except
guys.
for
So,
Y. Okay, all right, so that's
Okay,
cool.
Mr. Y. You're up. You're up, I guess.
To shout out.
Yeah. Who would like? Who would you like to shout out to if
to?
anybody's listening out there on the show?
I'm going to shout out the American people, all of them, all Americans.
Wow. Great shout out. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I'll just shout out to you, whY. Thank you for being here on the show. Like we were saying, we'll organize another Age of Transitions and maybe another Uncle show. We'll see, and we'll have you back, man. Do you want to just briefly give again your where your material is?
No,
just on
I already gave it.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah,
already
we're good.
gave it.
We're good. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Again, this has been a good show, and yeah, once again, I had no idea about Ed's situation, so I'll just shout out to Ed, and yeah, we feel for you, and the fact that you are still calling is very good. I'm glad that you are still here, and yeah, obviously, we're always happy to hear you call in. So hopefully we'll get that. And man, it was a good night for callers just generally too. This is quite
because we didn't skip a week.
Did
you get the idea we're not skipping?
I'll see what I can do about that in the future.
That's the point. That's the point I'm coming through.
I'm not gonna make any promises on that, but I'm gonna do everything I can to be here all the time, as much as I can. So we'll be back, everybody. It's UncleThePodcast.com is a website. Then we have @UnclePodcast on all the social medias. Press the buttons on our social media. If you watched the YouTube or if you watched any of them, press the button and subscribe to them. And thank you, everybody. Uncle, why don't you bring...
I wanted one shout out.
Yeah, shout out, Uncle.
One for me, one guy. Shout out to my neighbor that sidekick couldn't figure out that I knew about in TikTok. I'm shouting out to you. So anytime you have free, you can call me.
Uncle did some great networking.
Shout out
to you, neighbor on TikTok. You know who you are.
He knows.
Uncle, this is a great show this week. Why don't you bring us home?
374?
Yes, that's right.
Bye-bye.
We'll see.